Hello.
Yeah. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Sir.
All of you can hear me, right? My
Yeah,
voice.
we can hear you. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Sir, I'm having problem in finding in which way I need to use permutation and in
Uh-huh.
which question I need to use combination.
Okay, don't worry. But as per in week 5 we have to use just multiplication rule of counting principle, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Week five. Sir, no, sir. We need to use the permutation and combination too in week five.
No, we can use. I'm not denying for the same. So what I'm saying, in week 5 basically we are focusing on the counting principle.
Okay.
Are you getting? I mean, like if two events are occurring
Ac-
simultaneously, suppose I have three red ball and I have four blue ball, and I'm saying you have to choose one red ball and one blue ball. Okay, so you have to
Okay.
just multiply the number of ways for the same. Correct?
At least, sir, I was taking lectures from YouTube directly. I was not
Okay.
like I
Okay,
checked.
okay, okay. Yeah,
So
that's
from
okay.
there I
That's mm-hmm.
I completed my permutation and combination. So I was
Mm-hmm.
checking the tutorials.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always wrong in finding which in which question I need to use the
Correct,
permutation and
correct, correct.
combination.
That's the problem. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll discuss these type
So
of things in
I got a question like if I have five toffees, the 5 or 10 toffees,
mm-hmm.
and I have 20 boxes named
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
like that. No, I have 20 boxes, but we haven't named them. We have 20 boxes, different boxes. So uh, if I need to put toffees in the toffees are of same flavor.
Okay, okay. I mean, what's your name? Is something mobile?
It's my name is Anuj Chaudhary.
Okay, okay. So Anu, can we discuss it at the end of the session? Will that be okay? Because we are initially we'll focus mainly on the week 5 content. We start from the concept of week 5. Okay. At the end of the session, we'll discuss. Okay. I will tell you then you can use the permutation in which scenario combination is useful in which scenario you have to use the permutation. Okay.
This
Basically,
is
these two concepts we'll focus on the week 6 itself.
I see.
So yeah, yeah. So in week 5, basically,
Okay.
we can use
Uh,
those things, but we
Can
are focusing
can I
on
just
the.
ask a general query? Just ma'am has given us an example of choosing a cricket team from 15 players.
Uh-huh,
We have to choose a team of 11 players from 15
uh-huh.
players. So in that, we need to use combination like 15 C 11.
Okay, okay, okay. So
It is right.
it's in week 6 or week 5? It's in week
I
six, right?
I think it is in a week permutation and combination. I was taking lecture from ma'am. Like I was checking from YouTube directly because I find it
Hello,
hard
sir.
from.
Yeah, I think you have watched week 6, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah,
Sir, am I audible?
yes. Yeah, so
Actually,
Anu, yeah, yeah.
so my name is Tishir.
Uh,
Sir, actually, now there is a glitch or something on the website. In week 5, we have only got two lectures, that is
not a
5.1
glitch,
and
not glitch.
5.2.
That's the only content for week 5.
So, but in the means in the YouTube, we are getting 5.3 lecture, 5.4
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So I have taken all of them from YouTube
No, no,
directly.
no, no, no.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, okay, okay. That 5.3. Okay, if you see, okay, week 6 has been released already, right?
Yes, sir.
So in that 5.3, what is the name of lecture 5.3? Permutation and combination, right? Distinct
Yes,
object,
sir. Yes, sir.
right? So what we have done, we have splitted these in 2 weeks, week 5 and week 6. So those permutation and combination. Okay, okay. Let me share my. I think that's why you guys are getting confused. Let me share my screen so that
Yes,
it will
sir.
be clear. Okay, okay. Just. So you are basically mentioning these things, right? Permutation, combination, distinct object, then like this. Okay. So as you can see here, if you play this video, let me open just wait for a minute. So as you can see, it's a mentioned in lecture 5.3.
Yes, sir.
So
From
we
YouTube,
have
I
split it in
watched this video.
yeah, we have split it in 2 weeks actually, 5 and 6. Initially, syllabus was too much hectic when we have embedded all these concepts. So we have split it in week 5 and week 6. So don't worry, we'll discuss these type of things in week 6. In week 6, in week 5 we have only two concepts. Multiplication rule of counting and addition rule of counting. That's all. Got it?
Okay,
Clear?
sir. Thank you, sir.
Clear, Anu? No?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But,
So don't get confusion. We'll discuss those type of things, permutation and combination in week 6. If still you want, you are willing to know, then at the end of session, I will tell you when you can use the permutation. In this scenario, you can use the combination.
it has always happened like at the end of the session, doubt never get cleared of every
No,
student.
don't worry. If even though it will not be clear, anyhow we will discuss we have to discuss in week 6. Okay, don't get worried. So basically, let's start from the counting principle. Okay.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Because those who are not familiar with this counting principle and all, then they will get confused how we are using this permutation and combination. So to understand the permutation and combination, we must be aware about the this counting principle actually.
But I have already watched those videos, so I am familiar with the counting principle.
But we have to see all over the crowd, right?
Sir,
Okay.
I have a doubt.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, in the graded assignment 4, there is a question in which there is asked about the linear relationship of the sales of OnePlus at BBK Electronics. In the previous question, correlation coefficient was asked. So I was getting the value as 0.49. So the linear relationship should be weak and positive, right?
Okay.
Weak and negative.
No, you got
positive
0.49.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Okay.
So answer should be weak and positive. And the answer range for the previous question in which I got 0.49 was 0.47 to 0.53. 0.5.
Okay.
Sir, so weak and positive is the wrong answer according to the assignment. And the answer given is positive and moderate.
Positive and?
Moderate.
Okay, so same happened with me. My answer was also 0.47, and it was like
one second,
I mean, not in the range too.
One second.
Like, I think my answer was right for 0.47.
If you
The
remembered,
value-
I initially I had given a range to all of you, right? Do you remember? In which scenario it will be
Yes,
moderate
sir.
and positive and all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so did you go through that?
No, sir, I didn't go through that.
Okay. That's why you are making mistake. Okay, so let me. Okay, so there is solution PDF is also uploaded there, so you can go through that. Okay, let me show you. In the solution PDF, all the ranges is already mentioned. In which scenario you have to consider positive and moderate, positive and strong, positive and weak and all. Okay, so as you can see here, let me open it. So you are getting 0.49, right?
Yes, sir.
So 0.49. So it's a weak and positive, it should be, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting the okay? What is the range? 0.47 to 0.53?
Yes, sir. Right.
No, so I think
It's no minus. It's minus. I
answer
guess.
is 0.50 then.
0.50.
Yes.
I didn't understand what you mean, sir.
Okay, what I'm saying, I think you have made in calculation mistake. Answer should be 0.50.
Okay, sir.
Okay, can you recheck?
Yes, sir, I'll recheck. But
Yeah,
then according to that,
just check, because if it's a 0.50, right?
yes,
Then
sir.
0.50 means it will be moderate and positive, because the
Sir, I
range is
used the Google Sheets to calculate it, and it was coming some 0.49 and many values in front of it.
no, after 9 it's more than 5.
I'll recheck, sir. One
Yeah,
second.
just recheck. If after 9 it's more than 5, and we have to as you can see, we have to
Sir, it is 0.498487.
487.
Yes, sir.
Then it should be 0.49. Okay. Okay. Can you tell me the values? All the values.
Yes, sir.
1 plus and all the things. Okay. Just tell me. I will
Yes,
cross
sir.
check. Just tell me your values because values are different for everyone.
Yes, sir. 1 plus is 6,
Yes.
2, 1,
Okay. Okay.
1,
Okay.
2,
Okay.
1,
Okay.
6,
6. And for VBK electronics.
10,
Okay.
10,
Yes.
11,
Okay.
11,
Okay.
10,
Yes.
11,
Hmm.
16.
16. These are the values. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What is the question? Question we have to find the correlation coefficient of. Okay. So for the correlation coefficient, I can directly use. There is a one function called correlate.
Yes, sir.
So 0.62 is coming out. As you can see, it's 0.5.
Oh, okay, sir. I might have
Okay.
done this.
Yeah. So just recheck. So it's a 0.5. As I told you, right? So 0.5 means, as you can see here, in the range and all. So
Yes, sir.
0.5 is included in the moderate and positive, right? So
Okay,
there is
sir.
a moderate and positive. Is it? Let's just check. I think you have rounded off the values initially, right?
Ha, sir, yes.
Yeah. Don't. Okay. So try to avoid this kind of issue. So round off the values. Try to round off the values at the end. I mean, at the final answer while you are getting the final value. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Get it? Okay.
Thank you,
Sir,
sir.
Yes.
one more doubt I have.
Huh?
Can you open grid assignment week 5? I
Week
won't ask.
5.
Yeah, I won't ask a solution for the question.
Hmm.
I'm having problem in getting the question.
Which question?
Question number. I think it was question number first, I guess. Okay.
This one?
So yeah. So he has different colors of papers
Uh-huh.
to cover the registers.
Uh-huh.
So can he cover 5 registers with one color too?
One
Like
color too?
like
No. He has 6 color cover paper of different color.
yeah. So so can he cover the 5 registers with one color? Like he has a
How? No, initially it's mentioned you have 6 different colors cover paper. How you can cover the with the one color? You have 6 different color: red, blue, green, yellow, white. Let's say black.
okay. Okay. Let
So
me
there
put
is
it
not
in a
not
situation.
no.
Like we have a paper rolls. So here different paper rolls, cover paper.
Hmm.
So we have paper rolls, like colored paper rolls.
Hmm.
So he has different color papers. He said papers, not covers.
No.
Co-
He has simply so okay. So it's a simply means you have 5 registers. Okay.
Mhm.
And you have to cover those registers with 6 different color papers. That's all.
Okay. So we
Okay.
have to choose 6 colors. Sorry, we have to choose 5 registers from 6 colors.
6 color is different thing. 5 register is different thing.
So registers are
See,
same.
simply. Oh,
All
see,
the registers are
suppose what
same.
I'm saying. Okay, well, listen to what I'm saying. Suppose you have 5 people, okay,
Okay.
and I'm saying there are 6 different sorts of different colors.
Okay.
Okay, then
Okay.
how you can? I mean, how those 5 people can wear this shirt
Okay,
like that?
sir. Okay.
Okay.
So 5 people cannot go with this answer because the registers might be same. Like we have notebooks. Notebooks we have all notebooks are same, but
Okay.
5 people are different. Like if we cover like for example, we have 2 notebooks
Hmm.
and we have 3 covers. Color 1, color 2, color 3.
Hmm.
So if we at first if we choose color 1 on notebook 1 and
Hmm.
color 2 on notebook 2,
Hmm.
and then we choose color 2 on notebook 1 and color 1 on notebook 2.
That
But
depends
the
on you.
combination is the same.
No,
Is that
that depends on you. How you are covering how you are going to, cover all the registers.
but it's a arrangement. Arrangement won't matter here, no? Like
That
arrangement
that
will not matter.
actually that's the solution. That's you have to think about.
See, if the all the registers are same, then arrangement will not matter. If registers are different, then the arrangement will matter. Like if we have register of physics, then chemistry, then
Mhm.
mathematics, then color will matter. Like the order will matter. If the registers all are same, empty, nothing is written in it, then the arrangement will not matter. Arrangement
See,
will be same.
okay, one second. Suppose you have same size of register. For example, I'm
Yeah.
assuming. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And you have covered those register with different colors of paper.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And suppose one time you are getting like you have covered like blue, green, yellow, red, and whatever another colors. Okay.
Okay. So
Suppose you have now this is the one way. Suppose you have done like you have changed the color green, red, blue. So first order is different from the second one, right?
so wait, that's what I'm saying. If all the registers are same,
Mm-hmm.
then order will matter. Sorry, order will not matter because all registers are same, and if you just reshuffle them, the combination it will be
Just think more on it. Okay.
So can you open the white? I will just, like, give you an example. Can you open the whiteboard?
Okay. No, see, we can't discuss more on the this.
No, we're not solving the question.
Even though okay,
I'm having a
even
general doubt from week 5. It is a general doubt from week 5.
but doubt from graded, right?
No, it is okay. I will change the doubt from grade to something else. Just okay. Open the whiteboard.
Okay.
Okay. So okay.
No, so in a way,
make five boxes in a line. Then down there 5 more boxes.
5.
Like 5 boxes in upper line and 5 boxes in below line there.
No. See, listen. What I'm saying. In a way, we are going to discuss the same things with another approach, right? With another term.
Okay, my doubt is if the registers are same, like if we take an example of the cricket team, if we choose first Ravindran Ashwin, then Jadeja, or if we choose Jadeja first, then Ravindran Ashwin, but both will be same. Choices are same. If we choose color first, then color second, because the registers are same.
No.
If
Okay.
the registers are different, then we will have to use permutation. If the registers are all of the registers are same, then we will have to use combination.
See. Okay, don't let's not discuss that question. Okay, I mean here what we are doing, in a way we are discussing the solution of that part. Okay, so let's not go there. Okay.
Sure.
So it's a confusing question, no? That registers, the order depends on the registers. If the registers are so, this I'm just asking if the registers are same or different. If the registers are same, order will not matter. If registers are not same, then order will matter.
So what I'm trying to say, still due date is there for that week 5.
But sir, I have an exam on 16th, and after that I need to complete maths, and maths week 5 is a bit difficult. So I'm completing week 5 of statistics before my exam.
But we can't discuss the things before the due date, right?
I'm not asking. I'm not asking
Okay.
for the solution.
So you are not asking whole solution. If you will discuss the procedure, see, listen.
No, not procedure. I'm just asking if the registers are same or not. The order depends on that.
Even if it's same or not, the answer is going to be the same.
No, it will not. Okay, I will give you an example. They are twins, and they are 2 people different. So if they are twins, and if we make them wear shirt of different color, if we try to rearrange them, it will be the same. Like on twin 1, we use black, and on twin 2 we use blue. Then,
your doubt is wrong.
Okay.
Shall I interject, sir? I have something to tell.
Okay, your name is Anup, right? Anup or
okay. Yes, sir. So he was clearing my doubt.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
So, sir, basically what is happening is getting confused because two entities is taking that even if they are identical, they are same. Identity, if two things are identical, that does not mean they are same. If you get two rubbers, they both the rubbers are different. So you can call that rubber different from another one. They are identical, but they are not same thing. So your permutation combination will change over there. If you try to consider this into your combination, then it will be different. So you are talking about two things or three registers, then you are talking about three registers being identical. So it is
And
not the
one
same.
more thing, why I'm not getting the things here, why you guys are using the permutation and combination here. Just try to use simple counting principle. That's all.
Because we have gone through all of the content of week 5 on YouTube, and
That's okay.
now we
That's
are familiar
okay.
with
That's
the
okay.
permutation and combination.
That's okay.
Sir, I
Okay,
have a
so
doubt from graded assignment week 4.
so 1 second. So Anup, thing is, try to use the counting principle.
Counting principle.
Okay, simply
Then
just think.
counting principle is permutation. So I just need to use permutation.
Sir,
I'm not saying you can't use permutation. I'm not saying you can't use the combination. Okay, what I'm trying to say, in week 5 we have discussed the counting principle, only two things,
Yeah.
multiplication rule and addition rule, right?
Okay.
So try to do based on this, because permutation and combination, in a way we are going to use this counting principle in those two
Week
concepts,
6.
right? Yeah. So what I'm so thing is that trying to use this, and the main important thing,
I should avoid week 6 content first.
yeah. So I mean, I'm not saying you are wrong, you can't use those things, you can use, but thing is that try to do based on the counting principle. And since still due date is there, right? So if we will discuss the procedure and all, that means we are discussing the solution in a way, right? I mean, see, suppose we have discussed all the procedure, that means you have to change the numbers and you will get the answer. Okay, so just think, even though you are saying registers are same or different, whatever, suppose I'm saying you have 5 registers, so just think about it, and you have to cover those registers with some different colors. Okay, some different different colors of different cover papers of covers paper of 6 different colors, right?
Okay.
So just think, for one register, for 2 register, like that. Okay.
Okay. So
Sir, I
okay, I
have a
think that
doubt.
guy was right. I will have to consider each register as a different register.
Yes, yes. See, suppose you purchase 2 pens. Okay, suppose 2 pens of 3 rupees. It looks same, but those are different, right?
Yeah.
Okay, kind like that. Okay, just think. Yes. Who was asking doubt from this one?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yeah.
why did you round off the value of the correlation coefficient? I didn't understand that.
In the question it mentioned, right? You have to round off the value till 2 decimal places, right? In the question it is already
Sir, it
mentioned.
will still be 0. Okay. But sir, if it wasn't written that to round off, then it would be weak, right?
No. See, okay. So we have mentioned the 0.5, right? I mean, we have to round up the values up to 2 decimal places, right? So that's
Yes.
why answers has been given accordingly. Okay. So okay, if you are we are rounding off the values. Suppose we have to do for 2 decimal places. That means if third number is more than 5, and more than 5, then we have to increase the previous one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if it's mentioned like 3 decimal places, so now you have to round up the according to 3 decimal places. So actually answers are given based on that 2 decimal places.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Sir, I have a doubt from graded assignment 4.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, actually it's in question number 11th and 12th.
Okay.
No, 12th and 13th.
Okay, what is your doubt?
Sir, here it is written what is the percentage of average students are in good economic conditions. But what I have done is I've took the marks of average students good economic condition and divided it by the total number of good economic condition students and then calculated the percentage. But it's showing answer is incorrect.
Okay. So it simply asks what percentage of average students are in good economic condition, right?
Yes.
So what is the how much average students are there? Total
In good economic condition, it's 85.
in how? Okay, what is the total number of average students?
85.
Total number of average students,
No,
85 plus
78.
90. Okay, okay. For you, answer, I mean, values might be different because for everyone, what I'm saying, values are different actually for
Yes,
everyone.
yes.
Okay.
So we had to calculate the total number of average.
No, no, no. Question is good economic condition, right?
Yes. So that's why I took the number, average student number from good economic condition, and then divided it by the total number of students in good economic conditions.
No, 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 no. You are making mistake. See, question is what? Okay, is my screen visible? No.
Sorry?
Is my screen visible? No. Okay.
No,
Now.
sir. Your
Okay. Can you
screen
see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So question is
Yes.
what percentage of average students? Okay.
Yes.
So what is the total number of average students? 85 plus 93.
Correct.
Correct. I mean, for you, numbers may be different, right? So suppose this is A and this is okay. So it will be 85 plus 93 will be total average students.
Okay.
So question is out of those, I mean, what percentage of average students are in good economic condition? Okay. So average, how total number of average students is your
numerator.
No, denominator.
Total number of
average students.
Okay.
Okay, because it is asking what percentage of average student. Okay, so as you can see, what are the okay, bright, average, dull, borderline. Okay, so bright, average, dull, and borderline, right? And this is good and this is poor. Okay, so suppose this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, this is E, F, G, and S. Okay, suppose these are number of students, right?
Okay.
So what question is asking to you? What percentage of average students? Correct?
Correct.
So what? How much total average students are there?
B plus
These
F.
two. B plus F, right? Correct. What percent of average students are in good economic condition? That means out of these B plus F, what is the percentage for B? So it will be B divided by B plus F into 100. I think you have done B divided by A plus B
A
plus
plus
C
B
plus
plus
D.
C plus D. Yes.
Okay, that is not the case. Okay.
Okay. And so one more doubt, like in the previous questions, 1 second. 9th, 10th, and 11th. That's asked for proportion, but unfortunately, I have calculated percentage and my.
No, proportion means it should be some point.
So
Not.
I won't get
I
any
think
marks for that.
you have multiplied by 100, right? Okay, no, that should be clear.
Sir, but what is the basis? I wanted to understand. If we consider a pie chart and if we consider a proportion question, then
Yes,
we'll
that will be
say that
equal.
it is into percentage only. Then why
Actually,
proportions are into point decimals?
Because my answers are in range, but
okay.
just because of proportion, my answer is incorrect.
Okay, so no, initially what we are doing, proportion is simply I'm saying A by B simply, right? So suppose I'm asking what is the percentage for this, so I will multiply it by 100.
Yes.
Simply, right? So simple.
But eventually the results will be same now.
Eventually results will be same, but based on the question you had to enter on accordingly you had to enter. Okay.
But due to this only I have got less marks.
Okay.
I made 3 questions wrong just because of this proportion or percentage.
Okay. By the way, we'll check whether we can rectify it or not. But
yes,
mainly
sir,
say proportion is suppose I'm saying let's say 98%. Okay? So that's another. Suppose I'm saying I have 5 to 10. Okay, this ratio. So proportion will be like that. Suppose I'm taking what is the proportion for this. So what we have to do? 5 divided by 15, right? I mean like that.
Right.
Okay? So what is the proportion? Proportion is according
So
to-
please, if you can consider it for marking like a percentage also, then
Okay,
please
so
consider
actually
that.
it's a system inbuilt.
Mhm.
I mean this
No,
marking
sir,
scheme. As well.
but like you said, if you can rectify the
We'll check whether we can do it or not. But if it's not, then be clear with this proportion and percentage. Okay? Otherwise, we'll check whether it's possible or not. Because
Okay,
it's
sir,
a system inbuilt checking.
yes, sir, I totally understand, but
Uh,
please do
yeah,
check
sure,
it
sure, sure.
once.
Don't.
Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you.
any doubt from week 4 or should we move to week 5 because this session is oriented to
Good
or
evening, sir.
yes,
Sir, I'm Anisha.
yes, please.
Sir, I have a doubt from week 1.
Week 1,
Yes, sir.
what is that?
Sir, what is the difference between time series, time plot, data?
Time plot, no, there is time series and cross-sectional data.
There is also time plot.
Time plot is just a plot for that your time series. No, okay. Don't go there. That's not the case actually. You can I can discuss the time series and cross-sectional data. Okay, after that we'll move to the week 5 doubt. Okay, so is there anyone who has the doubt from week 5? Meanwhile, how many of you covered the week 5 lecture video? Is it covered by everyone or not?
Yes, sir, covered.
Covered.
No,
Because
sir,
there are
not
two classes.
There is only 2 lecture video, right? In week 5.
Yes.
Okay. So is there any doubt from week 5? Activity, practice, anything else?
Yes, sir. Can you please explain the and or concept which was explained in that?
Okay. So let me discuss this. I think Manisha is asked, right? That cross-sectional time series. Okay, so let me discuss that one. After this concept, I will move to the week 5. Okay. Will that be okay or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so any one of you want to explain to her this time series of cross-sectional data?
Time series is when the data is collected over a few years or a few months or
Basically
just
over time.
over
Over
time.
time, yes.
And cross-section is when it's
Point
collected
of time.
at once.
At a period of time for some elements.
At the same time. Basically, see, over the time means it doesn't mean the time should be year and all. It can be in minute, it can be in a second, right?
Yeah, so
Like,
it's like every month, every minute, like
see,
and
suppose you want to
cross-sectional
know
is
the
like
number of a number of increase increment in numbers of bacteria in a minute or like that, right? Over a minute or like that. So I mean it depends on the objective and about your data actually, what kind of data you have. Okay, so over the time should be means your time should be different, and cross-sectional data is basically at the same time. Okay, let me give you example. Let's say over the time, suppose I'm interested to know the temperature of let's say Delhi, okay, on different day, like on Sunday, okay, on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday, right? So now suppose in Delhi on Sunday temperature is X degree Celsius, Monday Y degree Celsius, G degree Celsius, let's say K degree Celsius, like that. Okay, anything. So here what we have done, we have collected the data of temperature on different day, right? Over the time we have collected my data, right? So this is something called time series data. Whenever you are collecting the data over the time, suppose you some owner of a company is interested to know like percentage of production of item over the year, over the last 2 years. Let's say in 2020, 2021, let's say 2022. Let's consider. So what is the production percentage in 2020? Production percent in 2021, production percent in 2022. So what we are doing, we are collecting the data for different time. Okay. So this is something called time series data. Means whenever you are collecting your data over the time, that will call the time series data. And what is the cross-sectional data? Means we are collecting the data on the same time. Same time is suppose on the Sunday itself. Okay. I'm collecting the data in different cities. Let's say what is the temperature in, let's say, Delhi, what is the temperature in Chennai, what is the temperature in Punjab, like that. So what is doing, time is same, where we are considering only one day, Sunday, and we are considering, I mean, here places are the different. I mean, are you getting this one?
Yes, sir. I got
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
thank you, sir.
similarly, it may be what is the production percentage in 2020 of three companies. Let's say company A, company B, company C. So at time is the same, correct? But things are different. The rest of the things are different. Got it? Difference between
Yes,
these
sir.
two?
Yes, sir. I got it.
So,
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
so I just remembered a doubt I had in week one. Can I ask that?
Okay. I think you guys
So,
are not interested in week 5. Okay. Okay. No worries. Yeah. Tell me.
since the question was asked, I just remembered.
No worries. No worries. Tell me. Tell me.
So in the week one, there was a question, is the longitude discrete or continuous variable? So, sir, it is continuous variable. It was answered that. Similar question, similarly, if we ask, is weight a continuous or discrete variable? For
Which one?
weight in kg.
Mhm.
So it could be either of them, since it depends on the sensitivity of the instrument, suppose. It
No.
could be
How?
discrete.
How discrete?
So it could be discrete as in if the machine only measures values in kg, 1 kg, 2 kg, 3
No. No.
kg. These counted.
No. Forget about 3 to 4 and all. Only main thing, whether weight you can count or you have to measure first of all.
We can measure that.
That's all. If we have to measure, it's a simply means it's a continuous.
But say in the definition of the discrete, it says the values jump from one values to another values, and there is a.
There is okay. What is the basically discrete means? Discrete means we can do counting, correct?
Yes.
But if you are coming to the continuous, so continuous means first and foremost thing is we have to measure the things we cannot count.
Okay.
We cannot count. If we have to measure, right? Suppose weight is something what? Weight we have to measure, right?
Huh, sir.
So weight we have to measure in kilogram, gram. I mean, accordingly depends. Suppose height of a person. So height, can you count? No, height is something we have to measure, right?
Yes. Sir.
We have to measure in centimeter. We can measure in feet and all, right? Suppose I'm saying, let's say, what you can do. Let's say speed of a vehicle.
Yes, sir.
So what is about the speed of vehicle? Even though you can say 50 kilometer per hour, you will say 50 is not in decimal and all, but that's not the point. Point is whether speed we have to count or we have to measure. We have to measure in kilometer per hour, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's the case. Like suppose I'm saying amount of milk in a bottle.
Yes.
Okay. What it can be?
I just think that if we talk about suppose distances, so it could be continuous, but if we are come to the technical level, say Planck distance, then if we take that as the Planck's distance, the smallest form of distance we can measure, or which makes sense. So,
but this distance is what? We have to again measure, right?
Okay.
I think you are focusing on the values. Don't focus on the values. Focus on whether you can measure it or you can count it.
Okay.
That is the case. Okay.
Sir?
Yes. Thank you.
Sir?
Yes.
So what about time, sir?
Time of what?
Like they have given time also in continuous data.
Yes. Okay.
But time we can count, right? Seconds and minutes we have to count.
Okay. So time you are not doing in a second or a minute or hour, something like that.
No, so like we can't measure time, right? We have to count the time. Count
How?
down.
No, that's okay. Okay. Once again, suppose you are going to give an exam. Okay. There is a exam is of 3 hours.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm saying time taken by you or by a student. Okay. Suppose agenda is objective is time taken by a student will be a continuous or discrete.
So I got the doubt again. So for some reason, in the definition of Planck time, it is said that the time it takes for a photon to travel a distance equal to and that's shortest possible time interval that can be measured. So time is some way quantifiable if we talk about.
So that can be measured, right? That it can we
Yes.
can measure it, right?
Oh, okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, you will measure in what? In second, some nanosecond or minute, like that, right?
Sir, if we take suppose the Planck time as a value of 1 and quantify time according to that, then we can technically count the intervals of Planck time it requires
So
for
you are
a
count.
certain
Okay,
interval.
I think you are counting the values, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, sir.
What you are doing, I think, suppose let's say what you are doing, suppose okay, so first of all tell me that time taken by a student, what it will be, continuous or discrete?
It should be continuous, but I'm confused. I
Okay,
think
I think you just correct me whether I got you or not. So suppose one student taken 1 hour and another is taken 2 hour, and someone is taken 1.5 hour to complete exam,
Yes.
someone is 2.5 hour. So you are doing counting 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that, right?
Yes, sir.
So, and you are saying it's a discrete. No, it's not. That's not the case. We have to think this student, suppose one student taken the 1 hour, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's what you are doing. Okay, suppose exam is 3 hours. So from 0 to 3 hours, okay. So any student can take any value between this interval.
Yes, sir.
Also, we are measuring the time in hour or minute or whatever, right? Okay, so just think like that. Don't count the values what you have got, right?
Okay, sir.
You have to think whether you can measure it or not. Along with that, see if there is an interval, then it can take any values between that interval. Suppose its exam is 0 hour to 3 hour, right? So
Yes, sir.
suppose there is a crowd of 100 students. So out of those 100 students, anyone can take any value from 0 to 3 hours, right? Someone
Yes.
can take 2 hours, 15 minutes, some second, right? Like that. And we are measuring the time in hour and minute.
Okay,
Like
sir.
this.
Got it.
Clear?
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move to the week 5 concept. Okay. So in week 5, we have to see like concept is counting principle. Okay. How many of you are aware about this one, counting principle? I mean, for some, is it new or is it old, or you are too much familiar with this?
Familiar with it, sir.
Familiar with this? Okay.
I'm also familiar with it, sir.
Okay, so can you tell us? There are two things, counting principle, as I can see, yeah. So one thing is these things. Okay, addition rule of counting and
Multiplication rule of counting.
Addition
These
and
two, and
multiplication.
factorial also, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is that? Anybody? Any one of you can want to explain?
Addition rule of counting states that if an action A can occur in n1 different ways and an action B can occur in n2 different ways, then the combined actions together can occur in n1 plus n2 ways.
Okay, together. Are you right?
Yes, sir, together.
No, sir. In addition, it's or, right? If
Or right?
It's or.
Okay. Let me play. Okay, suppose there is action A, some action A, okay, which is occurring in n1 ways. Okay. And there is another action B for which which occurs in n2 ways. Okay. So addition rule of counting says what addition rule of counting says? Suppose I'm saying what is the total number of ways for occurrence of action A, event A or B. So that will be N1 plus N2 ways. Okay. How? Suppose I'm saying I have one second. Suppose I'm saying I have 4 red color ball. Okay. Okay. And 3 blue color ball. So far, so good?
Yes, sir.
Now, suppose I'm saying I have action A means suppose I have to choose. Let's say action A, I'm defining it. I have to choose or I have to take one red ball. Okay. And B, I'm saying I have to select one blue ball. Okay. Now, you are familiar. What is the meaning of action A and action B?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, question is additional rule of counting says suppose you are interested to know what is the total number of ways in which you can select, or suppose you are in a shop and the shopkeeper shows you 4 red ball and 3 blue ball. Okay. Then in how many ways you can choose one red ball or one blue ball? Okay. How many ways you can do?
7.
7. Okay.
7
So,
ways.
how you have done? So in a way, I have total 4 red ball. I can take any of the 4, or
Yes.
means plus I can do any of the 3 blue
3.
balls. So totally 7 ways. Okay. So what is the funda is there? See, you have total 4 red ball. Okay. So I can purchase any of the red ball. That means suppose I'm denoting is R1, R2, R3, and R4. These are the 4 red ball, and I have 3 blue ball. So suppose B1, B2, and B3. Correct. Now I'm saying I can purchase. I have to purchase. I can purchase one red ball or a blue ball, right? So that means I can purchase R1 one way. I can purchase R2. I can purchase R3. I can purchase R4. So for the red ball, I have total 4 way, right?
Yes.
For blue, I can purchase B1. I can purchase B2. I can purchase B3. What we have? I have 3 ways, right? So that means in a way I have total 7 ways. Okay. Now it's clear. Are you getting the idea of the additional rule of counting?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we have generalized here. Suppose we have 2 actions for which there is n-way ways of occurrences of action A and n2 ways for the occurrence of action B. Okay. So similarly, you can generalize it for one second. For more than 2 events also, right? Suppose I have action A1, action A2, action A3, action A4, and all like that. Let's say AR. And for A1, you have N1 ways. For A2, you have N2 ways. For A3, you have N3 ways. Similarly, for AR, you have NR number of ways, right? So for occurrences of any of the events, what we have to do? N1 plus N2 plus so on, NR, right? Okay. Idea is clear? This one?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. There should be or. Now come to the multiplication rule of counting. What multiplication rule of counting says? Anyone? Okay. Suppose I had 4 red ball. Just go with the same example. R1, R2, R3, R4, right? And 3 blue ball. B1, B2, B3. Okay. I'm saying I have to purchase one red ball and one blue ball. Be clear with here. I'm not saying or. I'm saying one red ball and one blue ball. So what are the possible cases? It can be I can purchase R1, right? And B1. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me all the possible cases here. How many cases will be?
R1,
4
B1,
cases into
R1,
3
B2.
cases, 12.
12
12
cases.
cases.
Yeah, that's general way. So what is okay? How we are getting 4 into 3? Let's focus on it. Okay, so
Yes.
what it will be? Okay, so R1, R2, R3. Okay, so it can be R1, right?
R1,
Let-
B1,
one
R1,
second.
B2,
R1,
R1, B3.
R1, R1. It can be R2, 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 R3, R3, R3. Okay, within a second it will be clear what I'm doing here. R4, R4. Okay. Now, so suppose I have purchased one first R1, one red ball, right? One, and we have to purchase one blue ball. That can be B1, correct? Or that can be B2, or that can be B3. Are you getting? Correct. What is the possible cases for a total 3 ways, right? Now, for R2, suppose I have purchased R2 red ball, second red ball. Along with I can purchase B1 or B2 or B3, right? Again 3 ways. Now here you can see here we are using in a way addition rule. Okay, one second. That will. So for R3 it can be B1. I can purchase B2. I can purchase B3. Again 3, and it can be B1. It can be B2. It can be B3. Again 3. So you can see in this, within this each row, I'm treating as row, we are using the addition rule, because it can be, suppose this is A1. So this can happen, or this can happen, or this can happen. So it will be total 3, right? Are you getting?
Yes.
Similarly, this case, or this case, or this case, total 3. This case, or this case, or this case, total 3. Accordingly, these all 3. So what is the total case here? We are getting 12. So formula for the same is we are doing the action A or event A for how many ways for event A? 4, right? I have 4 red ball and 3 blue balls, so it will be total 12 balls. I mean 12 ways for purchasing one red ball and one blue. Is this clear to all of you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so if you want to generalize it, so we can generalize this for suppose event A, we have n1 ways, okay, and for event B or action B, I have n2 ways. So occurrence of event A and B, we will have n1 and I mean n1 into n2 ways. That is the case. Is this clear? Yes. I think these two things are in 5.1, right? Okay, 5.2 is the factorial, right? I think it's a factorial. Okay, it's a factorial one. Okay, so factorial is, I think, is it okay to all of you, or is new for everyone? It's new. New? Okay, no worry, no worry. Let's discuss. So factorial is just something, one kind of mathematical things. So we are denoting factorial as like this. So suppose I'm saying n factorial. So this is the notation for n factorial. So what is the funda, or what is the algorithm to find it n factorial means? So it's we have to multiply it with one step back. I mean, one step back means, suppose it will be n into n minus 1, 1 minus, so into 1 minus of this term, n minus 2 into n minus 3, and so on. We have to go till 1. So 3 into 2 into 1. So this is the formula by which we can compute the n factorial. Like suppose I'm saying 5 factorial. Okay. So value of n is 5. So what we have to do? It will be 5 into n minus 1. So 5 minus 1 will be 4 into 3. 1 less than the previous one. 2 into 1. So we have come to 1. So that's the last step. So it will be 120. I mean, calculation part will be 120. Suppose I want to say 6 factorial. So 6 factorial means what? Anybody? As you can see, I think ma'am has explained this all things.
720.
Yeah, so formal definition is product of n positive integers. Yeah, so what we have done here. So 720. Okay, so what is the funda? 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay, so if you observe carefully, can I write down 6 into what is this quantity?
5 factorial.
5 factorial, right? So can I say n factorial is same as n into n minus 1 factorial?
Yes.
Right? Now, if you see, okay, so we have 6 factorial as 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? Can I write down this? What about this two quantity, this whole quantity?
4 factorial.
4
So
factorial.
6 into 5 into 4 factorial. Can I write like this, right? So we can do the in general way. Means n factorial I can treat as n into n minus 1 factorial. Also n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 factorial. Because in a way, when we will factorize it, this one, when you simplify this one, you will get n minus 2 into n minus 3, 1 less than the previous one. And at the end, we have to do till 1. Okay. So at the end, we will get n into n minus 1, n minus 2, so on, 3 into 2 into 1. That will be actually n factorial. Okay. I mean, clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, okay. So, I mean, that's all about week 5 concepts, right? There are only 2 lectures, 5.1 and 5. Any doubt from activity or practice of week 5 and all? Anybody? Those who have solved? No one? Any doubt from this?
Sir, one thing to ask.
Huh?
Sir, suppose if a covariance of variable x and correlation of variable x and y is given of some numerical variable, and then some data is manipulated such that x becomes something and y becomes y minus 1, and then find the new covariance, no new correlation. So can you explain any example of like that?
So
Because in mock there is a question based on that.
okay. So basically, you can interchange your variable. I mean, replace your variable x with the new one. Let's say it's a x minus 1. Okay, and interchange your y with the y minus 1. At the end, you will get something, right? Because covariance of x comma y, right? And suppose you have been asked about x minus 1 and y minus 1, so you have to replace x minus 1 and y minus 1. Okay, so accordingly, think about how you can expand your this covariance formula, and you can think about standard deviation of x minus 1 and standard deviation of y minus. Like that means, I mean, whether I mean minus 1, suppose adding or subtracting a constant on standard deviation will affect or not. Those all the concepts which we have discussed in week 3 also, right? These are things we have discussed in week 3. Like addition of constants. I mean, suppose you have old data set x1 to xn, and you want to add a constant c to all the observations. Then what will be the new variance like that? Okay, so just replace the values, you will get the answer.
Sir, in the quiz one, we will get asked on the definitions questions.
Definition means theoretical question.
Yes. Like, what is
Yeah,
the
maybe.
meaning of this? What is the definition for like time series? What is the definition for that?
No, I'm not saying I can't say exact question, but yeah, all the questions will be MCQ and MSQ and NATs. I mean, all the questions. I mean, questions are designed. You have to do on system, not manually. I mean, there is no something. There is not something you have to write down with the pen and paper. Okay. All
No,
will
sir,
be on
means we
system.
have to remember all the definitions.
Okay, if you are not remember with all the definitions, then how you can apply the questions? Suppose
No,
you
sir,
don't
but
know.
if we remember the concept, then most of the questions can be solved now. Like for
Yeah,
this,
yeah, sure.
yes,
Yeah.
that's what
So
I
I
was
mean,
asking.
see, concept is clear means you know the definition, right?
Huh. But
That's
not
all.
exact word to word.
No,
Then we have to memorize it. Huh?
No. If you understand the concept, you know what is the agenda behind that in any concept, right? Let's say
Huh.
discrete, continuous, or interval scale, or any kind of thing. Then
Mhm.
suppose there is theoretical question, then you'll be able to apply. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So
Suppose you
can
know
you give an
the
example of MSQ?
MSQ means more than one option can be correct. It depends on the question. Suppose I'm saying choose the discrete. Suppose I have given 4 options, right? And question is which of the following is the discrete data. So there might be one option can be correct, 2 option can be correct, all option can be correct, 3 option can be correct. Okay. So
And sir,
MSQ
what
means
is MAT?
NAT, not MAT. NAT means numerical answer type. There might be some question in which you have to type your answer. I mean, you have to calculate on pen and paper. Rough sheet will be provided to you, and
Sir,
the final answer
wrong.
you have to. Yeah.
Sir, wrong question will have 0 points now. Means if we are incorrect, then 0 points, no negative mark.
No negative marking. No negative marking. There is not any negative marking. If you made a mistake, that means 0. That's all. So NATV is numerical answer type means suppose some in the question it has been asked about compute the correlation coefficient, for example. So you have to compute on your own, and at the end you have to write down the answer. Suppose you are getting 0.72, so you have to type 0.72 below that question. That's all. Okay. So any doubt from week 5? No one? The last week, if I'm not wrong, when I was discussing week 4, just someone asked the doubt from week 5. Okay, no worries. No one? Any activity or practice? Nothing?
Sir, for ordinal type of data, which graphs can be plotted?
1 second. Yeah. Please go ahead. Yeah. Can you repeat?
Sir, if ordinal type of data is given, for example, medium, high, and low, and some frequencies are given, so then
Bar
when bar plot just.
And but be clear with order must be preserved. I mean, you have to first plot the. I mean, you have to first plot. First bar will be small. Second bar should be for medium, and third bar should be your large. Or you
Sir,
can do it.
Can you just differentiate between the Pareto chart and the bar chart? I just got confused about it.
No, Pareto chart. Okay, so what's your understanding on it? Can you tell us so that we know whether you are like. Just tell what's your understanding on this?
Sir, a little bit about Pareto chart I know is that from left to right it decreases.
It's not compulsory. You can make it increasing also.
Sir, everywhere on the internet it is exclusively decreasing.
Is it?
Yes, in the course, so it is increasing and decreasing. So I was a bit confused on it.
No, don't confuse. So in Pareto chart, basically what we have to do, we we have to order our frequency, right? I mean, order our frequency means we have to sort our frequency. Suppose there is, let's say, there is some A category and there are, let's say 15, okay, 15 times occurring A. Let's say B is occurring 10 times and let's say C is occurring 12 times, okay? So what is the Pareto chart says basically? Pareto chart means we have to sort the frequency, okay? So what will be the sorting order here?
B, C,
Anybody?
A, F, we are increasingly doing
Sorry?
B,
The
C,
10, 12,
and
or
then
15.
A.
10,
Yes,
12, and 15, right?
15.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. So suppose 12, 12, and 15. Okay. So 10 is for B, 12 is for C, and 10 is for A. So what it will be? Okay, so lines are not that much straight here. Okay. So so it should be B, it will be A, sorry, C, it will be A. So suppose this is the 10. Okay. For C, it's a 12. And for A, it's a 50. So that is the Pareto chart. Means we have sorted our frequency. That's all. You can do in the reverse order also. Okay. Means first A, then C, then B. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And now, and who asked about this ordinal data? So here, okay, what we have done here, we have sorted our frequency and accordingly we have plotted, right? So I think Pareto chart can be done in both ascending and descending order, actually. Okay, that's not the compulsion way. You are saying on internet it's showing only for decreasing order, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but as per we have to sort the frequency, but I can sort in any way, right? It's not like we have to sort in descending order. Okay, I will check more on it. But as per now, you can treat it as both, right? We can do it in either way. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just so I mean, key idea is we have to order the frequency, right? We have to sort it. We have to sort the frequency. Now come to the ordinal data. See, in a way, this is the bar chart itself, right? I mean, this is a form of a bar chart, right?
Yes,
Right?
sir.
But we have sorted the frequency, or we have ordered the frequency. That means we are saying it's a Pareto chart. What about ordinal? Suppose I have in a room or in a shop, there is let's say 15 t-shirts of small size, and let's say 12 t-shirt of medium size, and let's say 10 t-shirt of, or let's say 20 t-shirt of large size. Okay. So this is small, medium, and large. What is this? Is ordinal data. Okay. So why for the ordinal data we must preserve the order? We have to preserve the order, means while you are going to plot, then it should be first should be small, then bar for the medium, bar for the large. Okay. It's, let's say it's a 50, and for medium, let's say it's a 12. Okay. Scaling we have to adjust accordingly. Their graph is something weird, but just try to understand. So what I'm doing here. So you can see first is small, then medium, then large. Order is there, right? You can do in reverse also. First bar for large, bar for medium, then bar for the small. So again, order is there, right? So
Yes.
if your ordinal data, then you have to preserve your order. Get it? Okay. Clear now?
इसमें Pareto chart नहीं हो सकता फिर सर?
See, Pareto chart will be like that. Suppose in a way you small for the small you have 12, for the
Yeah.
medium you have 15, and for the large you have 20. If you see here, order is also preserved and your frequency is also in sorted ordered way, right?
Okay.
Okay.
When this is not the case, then it will not be
then
possible.
it's a simple bar chart. See,
Okay.
this is also a bar chart also actually, but it's a combination of bar chart plus ordered frequency. Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
But for the ordinal data, we are simply plotting the bar chart, but we have to keep the order of the data, not order of the frequency.
Okay. We have to preserve the order.
Yes, preserve the order of the data set. Okay, in the Pareto, what we are doing, we are ordering the frequency.
अच्छा
This
रख दिए बन के मतलब साइड पे अब ठीक है
okay. Is that clear? Is this clear now?
Sir, can you just open weekly mock for week 1 and 2, question number 12?
No, we can't discuss because due date is there, right?
Sir, no, sir. It has passed. It was on 26th.
Which,
Weekly mock for
okay.
Weekly mock for week 1 and
okay,
week
okay.
2.
Sure. Why not? I think mock discussion session was there, right? If I'm not wrong.
Sir, might be, but I don't know.
No, it was there. I think you had not attended. That's another case. Which question?
Sir, the last one.
Okay. What is the doubt?
From here, my doubt generated from this question only. That which one is the appropriate Pareto chart, and I'm unable to differentiate because all the four are either increasing or decreasing.
Okay, so okay. Can you see there is a different on the x-axis? You can see years are different.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here. Okay, so first should be 1994.
Yes,
then
sir.
96, then 99, right?
Yes, sir.
As you can see in the first option, 1994, it's a written in 1997, but it should be 1996.
Okay, sir. So I didn't compare it with that question.
Yes, so that's the concept
That
of
is why.
Pareto chart. What we have to done here? You have to write down for 1994, it's a 5,000 tons, right? Production, correct?
Okay,
so you have to write down all the things, right? Like for 1994, I'm just writing down the 5 and all. So 1994, it's a 5, right? For 1996, it's 10, right? Let's write down in the ascending orders for now.
1995, sir, it is given 20.
1996, I have written.
Oh.
I'm just writing down in the ascending order. So after 1996, 1999, right?
Yes, sir.
So it's a 15.
Then 1995 comes 20.
20, right? So it's a 20, okay?
Then 1997, 25.
25.
And 1998, 30.
30, okay? So we have to plot we can do in ascending order as well as this order, right? These two orders, right? But be clear whether these things are same or not, along with the year also, right? So it should be 94, 96, 99. So first option, if you see 94, 97, first option is wrong. Second, 94, 96, 99, 95, 97, 98. That's the correct way, right? And reverse of the option C. That's all. That means this last option is correct. Okay.
Okay. Actually, sir, I didn't see the command which was written in the question. That is, this graph is also for question 12. That is why I got confused.
Yeah. So be clear with such things, because see, even though at the last it has been written based on the given information, we have to answer the question number 11 and 12, both question, right?
Okay, sir. Thank
you. Okay. Any doubt from week 5 and all, or yes. Okay, you guys have cleared, I mean, are clear with the concepts of week 5?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no doubt, no activity, no practice doubt, right? Or you have not attempted it?
Sir, I'm yet to attempt it.
Okay. And what about others?
I have done that.
Okay.
I've attempted 4.1.
Okay, then is there anything else? Do you want to ask?
Sir, can you explain the measures of variation and dispersion and where they are used? I have some doubts.
Measure of
Measures of variation and dispersion.
both are same. Dispersion means I want to know the about amount of kind of variability, right? How much variability.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, for those measure of dispersion or measure of variation, these two are the same terms. So for those, there are some measures like variance, standard deviation, range, and all is used for the to know the. I mean, these all are measures for the measure of dispersion. So basically, range tells us the difference between the maximum value and minimum value, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, suppose in a class, suppose maximum marks is 99 and minimum marks got by a student is, let's say, 29. Okay.
Okay.
Then you might be interested to know what is the range of the marks, correct?
Yes.
So maximum is 99, minimum is 29. So what is the range of 70?
Difference. Yeah.
70. And you know, suppose you wanted to know the variability about the of the marks, right? So for this, I can use the variance. So what variance tells us basically, it tells us the difference or deviation or spread of the each value, or you can say each marks of the each student from the average.
Okay.
Okay, basically what we are doing in case of variance, let me share my screen. So in case of variance, if you see what we are doing, let's take the population variance formula. Okay.
Okay.
So it's a something summation I is equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar square, right? So what is this? Deviation from the mean of each values, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is a something. I mean, suppose what? Okay. So what is the meaning of here? What we are doing in a way? We are doing x1 minus x bar square plus x2 minus x bar square and so on xn minus x bar square. So these are the data, correct? And x bar is the average of this data. Suppose in a class there are 22 students or 25 students, right?
Okay.
Then you are interested to know the variability of the marks, correct?
Okay.
So what we have to do? So suppose for 25 students, suppose marks is some, let's say 29, 52 and 82 along like that. So one student had 99 marks. This is the maximum, this is the minimum. Just assume.
Okay.
It might, it's not I'm saying this is the correct data. It may be like, okay, suppose one student got. So these are the 25 data marks. I mean, student marks are 25 students, right? Now, so what you have to do, and you have to calculate the average of these marks. Okay. Suppose you are getting, let's say, whatever, let's say I'm just assuming, let's say, just consider it M. Okay, just some random. It can be anything. Okay, average of these marks. It can be, let's say, 58 accordingly. Okay, it can be anything. So how I am able to know the variability? 29 minus this M square, right? What is the difference? Okay.
Yeah.
How much difference is there from marks to their average value, right?
Okay.
Similarly, for 52 minus m square and so on, it will be 60 minus m square and divided by total number of your, let's say 25. Okay. Like that. So this tells us you the deviation of the value from its mean value, correct?
Yes, correct.
And standard deviation is nothing but just a positive square root of the variance. That's all.
Okay.
Clear?
Sir, excuse me.
And there is,
Yeah.
sir, covariance also, and where they are used.
Okay, I think you had not attended that open session and all.
I have not attended all the sessions.
Okay, that's right. Because in week 3, if you go, if you rewatch the again week 3 open session, I have discussed all the concepts when we can use the covariance, correlation, why we are using the correlation, why for the covariance and all. But so far, I mean, till now I can tell you. Let me discuss it. Okay, so variance and standard deviation part is clear. I mean, okay, you will tell me why we are using the standard deviation. It's nothing but a square root of variance.
Variance.
Okay, before that, this is clear, right? Variance there are two kind of variance. This is the population variance. There is
Yes.
one kind of called sample variance, right?
Yes.
What is that?
N-1.
Sample is N-1.
I mean, this thing is clear to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Can you-
one doubt. In the mean, we always keep divide by n number, or we can divide by n by n minus
No.
one
If
also?
he's asking about population variance, right?
Yeah.
So it is denoted by sigma square basically. So population variance we have to divide by n. Okay. And
I am asking about mean.
no. For mean is the simple things, right?
Mean is always divided by n.
Because that's the defined mean, right?
Okay, that was my doubt.
Yeah, that's the mean. You can't do, suppose you have 5 objects and you added all the observation of 5 divided by 4. That doesn't make a sense, right?
Yeah.
So mean is the mean. So we have to use the by the okay. So for the sample variance, we have to denote s square. So only difference is it will be n minus 1 summation I to n xi minus x bar square. So these two formula you can keep in your mind. Why we are using n minus 1 and all. So we'll discuss in stats 2. Okay.
Okay.
There is something unbiasedness and the degree of freedom. Let's not go in that depth. So basically, basic idea is just keep in your mind, if it's a population variance, it will be 1 by n. And sample variance, it will be 1 minus 1 divided by n minus 1. Okay, so there is one relationship that's important actually. So from this population variance, can I write down this n sigma square? Can I write this or not? I can multiply
Yes,
this
sir.
to
Yes,
correct?
yes.
For this sample variance, can I write down this n minus 1 times of s square?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Correct.
Now, tell me, this RHS is equal both sides? I mean, for these two, right hand side is
No,
equal?
both are equal. Yeah.
So that means, can I say n times of sigma square is equal to n minus 1 times of s square?
No.
Yes.
Why? Suppose I'm saying a equal to x, b equal to x.
Okay.
I can't say a equal to b.
Yes.
Or simply what you can do, these two are equal, so just put the value of this as n minus 1 s square. Can I do this, right?
Yeah.
So this is the one relationship between population variance and sample variance. Suppose the population variance is given to you and a number of observation is given to you, then you can compute the sample variance, right? Even though we don't know the observation.
Okay.
Correct?
Yeah.
Out of these three quantity, any two is given to you, you can find out the third one, right?
Right.
Yeah. So now come to the standard deviation after this. So standard deviation is what?
Square root of variance.
Okay, so why we are doing just then? What's the importance of yesterday this standard deviation? Because it's just a square root. Suppose variance you got 100, standard deviation will be 10. Then why we are doing this? What's the importance? Any idea?
To make a uniform here.
Sorry?
Or uniformity?
Uniformity of what?
I'm not clear, sir.
Okay, anyone of who wants to tell it? Those who know.
Sir, to make it easier to relate to the original data, we have to make their units the same. So we can easily compare with the original data.
Yeah.
The quality, quantity.
Okay, yeah. So basically, units will be same because what we are doing in case of variance. Suppose I have data of weight of student, okay? Weight of 10% or anything, okay?
Okay.
So if you will calculate the variance, okay, so what will, okay, your data will be initially in kilogram.
Yeah.
Correct. Now, if you compute the variance, so your variance will be in, so since we are doing the square, right? So some okay, let's assume. I'm not saying it's a correct. Just assume. Suppose your variance is coming out to be 100 kilogram square, right?
Yeah.
Right. So standard deviation is something. If you will compute the standard deviation of 100 kilogram square, that means what? You will get 10 kilogram.
Yeah.
So your answer will be in the same unit of your original.
Okay. Got it.
Right. So what it will be? So here you will be. I mean, it will be easier to compare, right?
Okay.
I mean, here you can easily say the deviation is 10 kilogram or something like that. Standard deviation.
Okay.
Accordingly, right? So standard deviation is just a square root of the variance to know the. I mean, it's easy to compare. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, it indicates about its like variation from the mean value, right?
Yeah, that's the variance.
Actually, thank you so much, sir, because I have a lot of confusion about popular variance with the standard deviation formula. I will always change the answer, variance answer to standard deviation, answer to variance.
No.
This
So
one.
basic idea is to make it as the original unit. Because see, only then you can easily suppose you are saying. Suppose I'm saying my original data set in kilogram. Okay, or let's say you can take height or speed, anything. Let's continue with the weight of 10%, weight of 12%, whatever. So I think someone is. Bharti, can you mute yourself? Yeah. So suppose you compute your variance of your data set, you got 100 kilograms square. Okay. So that's some little bit weird to compare itself, because right, your final answer is kilogram square, but original data set is in kilogram, right? So if I will compute the standard deviation, then I will get 10 kilogram. So here it's easier to me or easier to us to compare with the original along with this deviation, this dispersion. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The same thing you can do. Suppose but be clear in the question. It will be clearly mentioned whether you have to compute the population variance or population sample variance. Suppose it has been asked about population standard deviation, then compute the population variance and take the square root of this sigma square, and sample standard deviation, then take the square root of s square. Okay. This two is clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Now come to the covariance. So covariance is what? Anybody? Any one of you? See, if you are discussing among us, so that will be good for us actually. That will.
Covariance will be for two variables.
Relation between two association.
Relation between
How does change in one variable affect the change in second variable?
In two numerical variables.
Categorical variable and numerical variable.
No, not categorical. Why? How you can compute the covariance between two categorical variables?
Oh.
That is contingency table that you can do with the help of. Okay, so let's not go there. So covariance is something we want to know strength of a linear association, actually. Association you can say, or linear association or linear relationship between two numerical variables. Okay. You are clear with what is the numerical and categorical variable. Okay, I'm open. Okay.
Yes.
Now, so how we can define the covariance? So there are two, as we have discussed, population variance, population covariance. So population variance and sample variance. So similarly, we can define the population covariance and sample covariance. So population covariance is defined as it has been written. Its notation is covariance between x comma y, like that. So covariance between x comma y defined as 1 by n summation I equal to 1 to n. Since we have two variables, so it will be xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar. Okay. And what is the sample covariance? So sample covariance will be 1 upon n minus 1 summation I to n xi minus x bar and yi minus y bar. Now, if you observe carefully, suppose I'm saying covariance between x comma x, then what is means? Let's compute for the population. So 1 upon n, I equal to 1, xi minus x bar. In the place of y, I have again xi, x, right?
Yes.
So what we are getting here? Xi minus x bar, right? Whole square. This is what? Population variance, right?
Right.
So you can see carefully, this covariance is for basically two association between two random variables, right? But variance is for only one variable. Okay, that is
basically formula is same.
Formula is same. You can see it's for two. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the covariance. It basically tells us the linear association between two numerical variable. Now, okay, and see, variance cannot be negative.
Yeah.
Variance should be always positive because this is the square, right?
Square root. Yeah.
Yeah. But covariance can be negative as well as positive, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Suppose
yes, sir.
A product, it depends on the product, right?
Yeah. If one is minus and
Okay, because let me draw one thing that will give you a clear idea. Scaling is not that much good here. Just treat as straight line, okay? This one is straight. Okay, suppose this is the x, this is the y. Okay, just treat as x bar is here and y bar is here. Okay, of that of your data set. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, tell me what will be the xi minus x bar here? It's a negative or positive?
Positive, sir.
Positive?
Negative, sir.
X minus
Negative,
one.
right? Yeah.
0.
No, I'm asking about whether value of these two xi minus x bar will be negative or positive in this coordinate.
Okay. This will be
Negative, sir.
this coordinate is for negative. Yeah.
Negative, right?
Yeah.
See, your x is here.
Third coordinate. Yeah.
X bar is here, right?
Yeah.
What about yi minus y bar here?
Negative.
Negative.
And for this coordinate xi minus x bar?
Positive.
What about yi minus y bar?
Negative.
Negative.
What about this xi minus x bar?
Positive. Positive.
Yi minus y bar?
Positive.
It's also positive, right? And here xi minus x bar? Negative.
Negative.
Yi minus y bar?
Positive.
Now, tell me, what about product of these two? Product will be positive or negative?
Positive.
Because product of two negative numbers will be positive, right?
Positive.
What about product of these two?
Negative.
Negative.
Product of these two?
Positive.
Positive.
And product of these two?
Negative.
Negative.
Now, okay. Now, you can say clearly about sign of the covariance. Correct?
Yes, sir.
When it will be positive and when it will be negative or not. You can say easily, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so this is clear so far. Covariance, this covariance thing is clear.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, let's come to the correlation. As you told, you wanted to know correlation. Okay, any one of you can tell me what is the correlation coefficient? Why we are doing this correlation coefficient and all? Anybody?
Unitless quantity.
Okay. I mean, why?
So
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Covariance is a number, sir. It can range from any number of values to any number of values. But correlation coefficient ranges from 0 to 1. So it is easier to classify.
0 to 1 or minus 1?
Minus 1 to 1. Yes,
Right?
sir. Yes.
So basically, covariance tells us the linear association, strength of linear association between two variables. Okay. But how much? We don't know, right? Suppose for a data set, you computed covariance coming out to be, let's say, 252. Okay. And for a data set, covariance coming out to be, let's say, 150. And for a data set, covariance coming out to be, let's say, minus 72. For a data set, covariance coming out, let's say, minus 150, like that. But we don't know how much association is there, right? Okay. We can't say which one is the higher, which one is the lower, right? Because we don't have upper limit and lower limit. Along with covariance, we will always have a unit, right? Suppose this is the data of weight and this is the data of age. So your covariance will come into kilogram into year, right? Final answer, right? So here we are not able to compare the values. We are not able to like specify the how much association is there, whether it's a strong association, moderate association, like that, right? So correlation comes into the picture now. So basically, correlation coefficient is defined as covariance between two variables divided by standard deviation of x into standard deviation of y. This is the basic formula of correlation coefficient. Okay. Now, if you see clearly, so covariance between x, what will the unit of covariance and x, y? Suppose x is data of weight, so it will be kilogram. Y is the data of age, it will be year, right? So it will be, let's say, x is age and this is kilogram. So it will be year into kilogram.
Yes.
What will the unit for when you are going to standard deviation of x? Again, year.
Yeah, year and kg.
Okay. So unit weight will get cancelled out, right?
Yeah.
So basically, correlation coefficient for correlation coefficient range is -1 to 1. Okay, and it's a unitless measure. Since we have upper limit and lower limit, now I'm able to do the compare. Like I mean, able to know the how much strength is there. Right? What is the amount of strength? Like suppose if value of R is close to 1, then I will say there is a strong positive linear association between these two, right? If R is equal to 0, close to 0, that means I will say there is no linear relationship, right? Okay. If R is close to -1, then I will say strong and negative linear association. Okay. So for more clarification, I mean clarification of the ranges, just go to graded assignment solution of week 4. Okay. So in week 4, yeah. So there this ranges is mentioned. Okay. For this range, strong and positive. For this range, moderate and positive. For this range, weak and positive. For minus 0.25 to 0.25, absence of linear relationship. I mean, accordingly, okay. Just explore. I mean, explore this too. So basic idea is due to correlation coefficient, we'll be able to know the amount of association, like that. And one more thing, R is yeah, please go ahead.
No, sir, I have a doubt. I'll ask after you complete.
Okay, sure. So okay. So be clear with one more thing. Be clear with while you are using the covariance and standard deviation, be clear with if you are applying the formula of population covariance in the numerator, right? Then use the population standard deviation in the denominator also. Don't do like because correlation coefficient is asked, then don't do like, I mean, you are using the population covariance formula in the numerator and you are using the sample standard deviation in the denominator. Okay. If you are using population in the numerator, do use the population in denominator. Why? I will tell you. See, for the population covariance, this is the formula. Correct? Yes. If you are using the population standard deviation, it will be 1 upon n summation of xi minus x bar square, right? Yes. And for the y, it will be 1 upon n summation yi minus y bar square, correct? Yes. So if you see this 1 by n will get cancelled out by this 1 by n. Yes. Because square root 2 will become 2, right? Yes. So if you see in the lecture, ma'am has defined one formula, this one, right? Xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar divided by square root of summation xi minus x bar square square root of summation yi minus y bar square, right?
Yeah.
So if you are using the sample, then use the sample both. Okay, it will be n minus. Again, this will be cancel out, right? This 1 upon n minus 1. Okay, so be clear with this. Yeah, please. Yeah, someone was asking some
Yes,
doubt.
sir. Sir, I have doubt from the graded assignment 4 again.
Okay.
In the 7th question, it is asked, is the sales of 1 plus strongly influenced by the location of the dealer? So for the finding the answer, I compared the averages of the observation.
One second.
Yes,
Let me go there. Just a minute. Yes, 7th question. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir. For comparing, I found out the averages of the 1 plus sales for Chennai and Punjab separately, and then compared them. So is this the right way to do?
No. See, question is the sales of 1 plus is strongly influenced by the location of dealer.
Yes,
so
sir.
1 plus is what? Numerical
1 plus.
variable.
Yes, sir.
And location of the dealer is what? Categorical variable.
Yes, sir.
So to know the association between categorical and numerical, what we have to use? Point by correlation. Okay. So you have to apply the point by correlation coefficient, and you can see while we are using, if you watch the week 4 open session I have discussed. So categorical variable is something which will have the two categories. Okay, in which you can code one category as 0, one category as 1. Okay, so here you can code Chennai as 0, Punjab as 1. I mean, any you can code Chennai as 1, Punjab as 0. So you will have 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, right?
Yes, sir.
And you know how you can use the point by serial, right? So it will be mod of y bar 0, y bar 1 divided by population standard deviation into square root of p naught into p1, right?
Yes.
So what is the p naught? N naught divided by n, and p1 n1 divided by n. So n naught divided by n is number of observations which is coded by 0 and divided by total, and number of observations which is coded by 1 divided by total. So for this Chennai, suppose and you are coding 0, I mean Chennai as 0. Okay. So what will be the p naught here? Chennai is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 by 7.
Yes, sir. 4 by 7.
And 3 by 7 will be p1, right?
Punjab. Yes, sir.
It will be 4 by 7. It will be 3 by 7. And how you can compute the y bar naught? So 6 plus 6 plus 3 plus 2 divided by 4. 4, because we are computing, we have to compute the average of the value which is coded by 0. Similarly, y bar 1 you can compute, right?
Yes, sir.
And population standard deviation for the numerical variable, I mean, which is numerical variable is there 1 plus. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir,
yes.
I have another general doubt. Sir, if it is stated that we have to find the accuracy for 2 decimals and we have to round off to 2 decimals, are they the same thing? Okay, sir.
Means you have to give your answer up to 2 decimal places. That's all.
All right.
Yeah.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes.
Sir, can you explain quartiles, interquartile range and quartiles concept?
Okay, I think you guys haven't not go through that week 3 session, week 3 open session or something like that.
I have gone, but not 100% clear that concept. That
okay. Where you are making, I mean, facing difficulty?
So that Q1, finding Q1 and Q3.
Okay, you know the
percent 1 upon 4, that formula.
Which formula?
N minus 1 upon 4, that.
N minus 1 upon 4?
Quartile formula is there.
Don't go there. Okay, I will tell you.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Are you familiar with the percentile?
Yes, sir. No, percentile concept I understood. Yes, that only, that Q1, Q3, that.
Okay. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, is there anybody who wants to explain this quartile concept? That will be great
The
actually.
quartile in what sense? Meaning?
I mean, he wants to understand the concept of quartile actually.
Less than 25% is first quartile,
Mm-hmm.
and 25 to 50 is second, and 50 to 75 is third, and 75 to 100 is fourth quartile.
Okay. Okay, so let's start with the percentile actually. So what is the percentile basically? Suppose, okay, I'm taking the example. With the example, I will not go through the exact formal definition. I will tell you what is the meaning. Suppose I'm saying 30 percentile, right? So means suppose I have a data set, okay? So 30 percentile means it means 30% of the data, okay? 30% of, suppose this is the 30th percentile, okay?
Yes.
So 30% of the data will be less than or equal to this, and remaining 70% of the data will be more than this. Okay.
Yes,
suppose
sir.
Okay, in JE, or if you are familiar with the GRE exam and also in JE, suppose some student scored 80 percentile. What is the meaning of 80 percentile?
Means he 80%
80% of the people are below him.
Yes, below, I mean less.
20
Okay, there are
people is
two things.
above.
If you are saying less than or equal to, so there will be greater than. If you are saying less than only, then there will be greater or equal to. I mean vice versa kind of things. Okay.
Yes.
So suppose I'm saying, suppose you scored 80%. That means 80% of the students are below you, and remaining 20% of students will be above you. Okay, that is the meaning of percentile. That is clear. Now, come to how I can compute the percentile actually, value of the percentile. So first step is you have to arrange your data. Okay. I have to arrange my data in ascending order. Okay.
Then we have to check n.
Correct. Next, compute the n into p. N into p means n means number of value, p is percentage. How? Okay. And see two things. This value of np can be in integer, okay, maybe in decimal. Correct. It's possible, right?
What is n?
N is the number of observations.
Okay.
And value of, I think you have not watched the lecture video. Okay, let me explain. So if, well, okay, NP, value of NP can be integer, right? So if it is integer, then what we have to do? We have to take the average of observation which are in at the NPth place and NP plus 1th observation, right?
Yes, sir.
We have to take the average of these two. If in decimal, then we have to take the next smallest integer value. Okay, I will come to that. What is the meaning of this? Okay. Now, suppose I have data set 10, 5, and let's say 12, 11, and let's say 15. And I'm saying you have to compute the 30th percentile of this data set. So what is the first step?
Ascending order.
So what will be ascending order? 5,
10, 11, 12, 15.
11, 12, 15. And what is next step? What is the n? N is 5.
Integer type. 5.
N
Yes,
is 5, right? What is the P? P is 0.30, 30 percentile.
Yes.
And then say calculate the 30th percentile. Then what you have to compute? NP.
N into P.
So 5 into 0.3 will be what?
1.5.
1.5.
This value of NP is in decimal.
Yes, sir.
So we have to take next smallest integer. Next smallest integer will be what?
2.
2. So second observation will be your 30th percentile. So what is the second observation? 10. So 30th percentile of this data set will be 10. Okay. Suppose I want to compute 60th percentile of the data set. So what is the n?
5.
What is the p?
0.6.
What is the value of np?
3.
So 3 is decimal, integer.
Integer, yes, sir.
So if it is integer, if
14.
you see the definition, so we have to take the average of third and fourth observation. Okay. So what is the third and fourth observation? 11 and 12. 60th percentile will be 11 plus 12 divided by 2. That means 23 divided by 2. That means 11.5.
11.5.
This is the 60th percentile. Now percentile is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically percentile does what percentile does? It divides the things into something 100. Eh? Now come to the quartiles. Okay. Do you know what is the quarter?
Quarters.
Yeah.
Basically.
What is quarter?
Q3 minus Q1, sir. 75th percentile minus 25th.
That is the interquartile range. I'm asking in layman term, quarters.
1/4.
1/4.
Quarter. 1/4.
Yeah. So suppose I have data set like this, okay? I mean, the street as a straight line, okay? Okay. So the quarters means 1/4 of the data set. So this is the first, this is the second, this is the third, okay? I mean, this is not exactly equal. Let me draw another line so that we can treat as equal. Suppose this is the Q1, this is the Q2. Okay, now, so this is the 1/4 of your data set. Okay, so what quartile does, it divides the data set in 4 parts, 4 equal parts. So 4 equal parts means 25% will be this part, 25% this part, 25% this part, 25% this part, right?
Yes.
Correct
Sir.
or not? Right?
Correct.
That is the meaning. 1/4 means what? 25%, right? Now, this is called Q1, this is called Q2, this is called the Q3. What is meaning of Q1? This is called the first quartile. Okay. So first quartile means 25 percentile, right? Q2 is called the second quartile.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, this is the median, because what median does, it divides the data in 2 equal parts. Okay. And Q3 is the third quartile, right? So Q1 represents the 25% of data, Q2 represents the 50% of the data, and Q3 will represent the 75%. Because if you see Q1, it covers this part, right? Q2, it covers 25 along with this 25, right? Q3 is covering this up to 75% of data set, right?
Yes, sir.
So far it is clear. Now,
yes, sir.
Suppose with the data set, I'm saying compute the Q1. So compute the Q1 means what? 25%. So okay. So what is the n? N was 5 in the previous data set. Okay. What will the value of p? P will be 0.25, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what will be the value of n into p? 5 into 0.25, which is 1.25. So this value is in decimal point, right?
Yes, sir.
So what will be the next smallest integer?
2.
2, sir.
So second observation of your data set will be 25%. Okay, Q1. Similarly, what will be the Q3? Be 75 percentile, right? So n is 5, p will be 0.75, correct? So value of np will be 5 into 0.75 means what? 3.75. So that means fourth observation. So what is the second observation? What is second observation? 10, and fourth observation is 12, right? So Q1 is 10 and Q3 is 12, right? That's the first quartile. And second quartile, if you want to compute the interquartile range, which is Q3 minus Q1, so it will be 12 minus 10, 62. That's all. That's about. So you must know how you can compute the percentile. Then you can simply use the percentile concept to use the quartile. Is this clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Sir,
could
can
you
you
please
explain why the outliers can't be a quartile?
Outliers can't be a quartile.
Yes, outlier can't be a quartile.
I mean, I'm not getting the sense of your question actually. What do you want to ask exactly?
Is the quartile value of the observation that is quartile can't be an outlier. You said it in one open session.
It is out of first and fourth quartile.
No, we can find the whether outliers in my data set is there or not with the help of quartiles. Okay, whether outliers are present or not. You can't say like in quartile outliers is not there. I mean,
yes, sir. There's the formula of to find the outliers.
Outliers,
so,
yeah, whether outliers
yeah.
is there or not. So that's the
Yes,
formula
sir.
is, yeah, that's
So,
the formula.
outliers can't be the quartile. That function.
No, outliers is something extreme value, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, outliers is something extreme value. So if you are considering the data set, so basically outlier is something outlier, it should be less than Q1 minus 1.5 times of IQR, and you can find that outliers Q3 plus 1.5 times of IQR. Okay, this, I mean, if there is any observation which is less than this quantity, that will you can consider that will be considered as outlier. Or if there is any quantity which is greater than this, I mean, is there any observation in your data set which is greater than this quantity, that will be considered as the outlier. That's the funda.
Sir,
Okay. You can simply apply these things and see whether is there any observation which is less than this quantity or not. If there is any observation which is less than, that will be considered as outlier. Or if there is any observation which is greater than this quantity, then you can consider treat that observation as the outlier. That's it.
Graded assignment.
sir, I have a doubt.
Yes.
For the calculation of percentile, for suppose 5 given data is given, so we are basically dividing the range of the data in 100 equal parts, and then if we can do that, we can by that way we can find percentile as well, right? Yeah. So, sir, by doing the by method of like separating it in 100 different parts, so the percentile values is coming different for the 5 data set of 5 which you calculated in the just now in the notepad, I think. So can you please open that?
Okay, so you are using the yes. Okay, tell me.
So can you scroll up?
This one, huh?
Yes, sir. So for if we do that by separating it in 100 values, suppose, and then finding the 30th percentile, it would come as 10.
How you had done that?
The 15 minus 5, the range divided by 100, and that would be the which is 0.1. The 5 is 0th percentile, then 5.1 is the second value, and the 5.2 is third value, and then all the 100 values are there. So 30th value won't come as 10. If we do
I'm not getting. So you are saying 5 is the
5 is the suppose first value. We are basically finding the 100 values which lie between 5 and 15 for calculation of percentile.
But
if
we don't know
that,
here exact values, right? We don't know the exact values.
Yes, sir. But we are getting value of 11.5, that as well as in the percentile. So we don't know that even. So उसके लिए भी अगर कर सकते हैं तो we can do that for 30 percentile as well, right? I had this.
I need to know. I need to look into that mainly.
Yes, sir. So there is a question related to this in the same kind of question. 5 data set of 5 values. Interquartile range was निकालनी थी, and 25 and 75 percentile was given according to the way that lecture taught. But if we just find the percentile by like doing the method of
well, okay, is there any question? Okay, the things you are saying, I'm
Yes,
not
sir.
sure. I need to check whether it's correct or not.
Yes,
Is
sir.
there any question in for which you are talking about?
So I don't know the question. It was I'll have to find that out.
Okay,
But
can
sir,
can you check, or you can post by
Yes,
tagging
yes.
me or any chapter? Okay, I will check. Okay, I will check this.
So I think it was of my friend, and we had different question in the practice assignments, right? So I don't know if I can find that exact question, but I'll see.
Yeah, sure, sir. Just see and just check. If you are getting, just let me know.
Yes, sir.
Or you can post on discourse. You have access of discourse or discussion forum?
No, sir, I don't access it.
Nothing.
But I can do that.
Okay. Just do that, or you can let me know in another session.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this concept is clear. Percentile and quartile to everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Is there any relation between standard deviation and interquartile range?
Relation means what? I mean, it's
Sir,
basically
are they related? For example, like when we are calculating outliers, then we require the Q1 and Q3 and IQR as well. So are standard deviation and IQR related to each other in any sense?
Okay. So what is the measure of dispersons you have?
Yes, sir.
I mean, what are the measures of dispersons?
Sir, range, variance, standard deviation, and outlier and quartiles.
Quartiles, right? So quartile is related to something like that. Not you can say exact formula relationship, formulated mathematical something like that. Okay. But it's something that measures actually dispersion. Bharti is asking on the chat, arrange for the revision session. Yeah, we'll arrange the revision session. Don't worry. We'll arrange the mock session also. Okay, maybe tomorrow I'm not sure. You'll get announcement accordingly.
Sir, can you explain the way percentile, matlab, how to find the percentile? The method was, can you explain why it is the way it is?
Why is that?
Why it is that we find the matlab, can you explain the method? How did that come for finding the percentile? But in which the lecture one?
Formula. See.
Yes, sir.
Formula agenda is clear, right? 70 percentile means 70% of the people will be
sir,
below
that is clear.
Right? So
yes, sir.
Okay, so what we are doing, I have number of people or number of observations, right? You will have total n, right? And
Yes,
you are multiplying with the percentage.
Okay, sir.
So in a way, we are going to get the number. I mean, you can say position of the observation.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting? Suppose
yes.
I'm saying you have marks of let's say, or you have 100 students, and you are saying some students like what you can say, some student got 80th percentile, right?
Yes, sir.
That means 80% of the students are below his marks and 20% of the students are above his marks.
Okay, sir.
Okay, but I wanted to know the marks or something like that. Okay, so what I have to do, I have total number of students into that percentile.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then I can so since we can get in decimal and integer, accordingly we can we have just a extension. See, if I'm saying let's say 80 percentile, you are getting 3.4. So there doesn't means there is position of 3.4. It will be either 3, it will be 4, like that. Okay, so we can check. So 3.4 means we are getting something near about to 4, right? So that's why we are considering the next smallest integer. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, and the things which you have told me, I will look into it and
Okay, sir.
just discuss. Okay, just post that query, which question you are talking about. Just search that and you can post it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Graded assignment 3, question number 3.
Graded assignment 3. Okay, so you have not watched the solution PDF?
No solution PDF, I didn't get.
Okay, where you are getting the difficulty?
No, I didn't get.
No, it's on portal. Just check once. Okay, can you go? Can you check it now? Just go under the section supplementary content. There is grade A assignment solution section. Got it? Hello?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah. Then?
I just had a general doubt, sir. Can I ask, sir?
One second. So I think
Okay,
Aaron asked that one.
Sir,
So
I
Aaron,
have
did you
seen
get?
that, but I didn't understand the solution.
Solution you did not get it, huh?
Yes, sir. Can you
Okay, for
explain?
okay. Let me discuss. Just a minute. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Okay. So for the second
Sir, I
question,
found the.
for the second question, you got that?
Yes, sir. Second question I'm done.
Okay. Wrong observation and that one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for
Mean one.
me, okay, for mean, what you have done?
I have subtracted the wrong one, added the right one.
Added in
and
the
then-
right one, right?
And then find the mean.
Find the mean.
Yes, I have
Okay.
done that.
So for the variance, what you have to do? Can you so only key thing is there. Let me share my screen. So key thing is there. So for the mean, I had like x bar, you have 1 by n summation of xi, right? So you had done like summation of xi is equal to n times of x bar, right?
Yes, sir.
So you have done this. You have subtracted
And
the wrong
then
one and
subtract.
added that. Correct?
Yes,
That's the thing. Now come to it's the sample variance or variance. Then let me check.
Sample variance.
Sample variance. Okay, so it's not opening for me. So you're saying sample variance, okay? So, but for the sample variance, how I can do, right? That's the question. So it's a 1 upon n minus 1. Summation of I is equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar square, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
X
but
bar now
here
has changed.
x bar, okay, so let's do, okay, so for for the wrong data set, sample variance is given to you, right? Something is
Yes,
given
sir.
to you, right?
Yes, sir.
So, but here you had done, you have subtracted the wrong, you have added the correct one. Okay, what about this? How I can do? So for this, if you see carefully, can I, okay, let's s square old, I'm treating as s square old. Okay, so can I expand this formula?
Yes.
What I will get xi square plus x bar square minus 2 times of xi into x bar. Correct?
Yes.
Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you keep summation inside the bracket, so it will be summation of I to n xi square plus summation of x bar square minus 2 times of x bar is the constant, so summation of xi. So far it is clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, tell me, so it's a 1 upon n minus 1 summation of xi square. What will be this quantity? N times of x bar square.
Yes, sir.
See, what we are doing, x bar, we are adding x bar squared n times, right?
Yes, sir.
And these all are constant. Now, as you know, x bar is what? Summation of xi divided by n.
Yes.
So, can I do n times of x bar is same as summation of xi?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
this summation of xi I can replace with the n times of x bar.
Yes.
Now, So 1 upon n minus 1 summation of xi square plus nx bar square minus 2 times of nx bar square, right?
Yes, sir.
So what you got here, 1 upon n minus 1 summation of xi square minus n times of x bar square.
Yes, sir.
Correct. This is something s square old, whatever given you in your data set. So from where can I get it? Summation of xi square minus n times of x bar square equal to n minus 1 times of s square old for the wrong data set, right?
Yes.
Yes.
From here can I get summation of xi square is same as n minus 1 s square old plus n times of x bar square, right? So now see this things carefully. If I'm going to use a sample variance formula, right, then I need the correct sum of squares of observation, right?
Yes.
See, this is just another form of this formula, right? So if you see from here, so I need correct sum of square, correct mean and all, right? But to get the correct sum of square, suppose for the old data set, you got something, correct? Some sum of squares. Let's say 1193 you got, correct? So summation of xi square, you are getting 1193. Okay, you have n minus 1 for your old data, I mean wrong data, right? You have s square for your wrong data, you have n, and you have x bar square for wrong data, right?
Yes.
You got some, I'm just assuming 1193 you got. Now to know to find the sample variance for the correct data set, what we have to use? We have to use this one, right?
Yes.
So to get the correct sum of square, what you have to do? You have to subtract the wrong square of the wrong observation plus square of the. So only then you will be, let's say I'm denoting it as I'm mentioning in subscript as C. So then you will be able to get the correct, right? Suppose you are getting, let's say 1002, for example, right?
Yes.
Or anything you can get. So now you have correct sum of
Now
squares.
put there.
Put here correct sum of square. You have correct mean, right?
Yes.
And n minus 1. That's all.
Thank you, sir.
Clear?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I had a doubt regarding sir sample variance. Sir, can I ask, sir?
Sample variance, what doubt?
Sir, actually, sir, in that for the formula of sample variance, sir, we take the square deviations of the xi minus x bar. Sir, in that x bar is sir sample mean or population mean, sir?
No, mean is just a mean. I mean, it's, okay. How you can compute the mean? Sum of observation divided by number of observation, right?
Yes, sir.
That's all.
Okay, sir. So
how many
it's not-
observations you? Yeah, simply sum of observation divided by number of observation. Don't get confused population mean and sample mean. Just simply use whatever you data set you have, sum of observation divided by number of. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, I found the question I was talking about.
Okay. So, if possible, can we discuss later, or you want to discuss?
So
No.
it's according to you.
Okay. Bharti is raised and yeah, just a minute. Yes, Bharti, please.
Sir, can you explain one more time about outliers?
Okay, so there is that formula. Okay. So this formula you are talking about?
No, sir. Outliers, yes, sir.
Okay, so what we have to do, basically, suppose I had data set, 5, 10, 11, 12, 15, right?
Yes, sir. You.
Yeah, I have this data set, okay?
Yeah.
Let me write down in a fresh page. So I
5,
had data
10.
set 5, 10, 11, 12, and 15, okay?
Yeah.
And I have computed Q1 as 10, Q3, 12, okay? So how I can know whether outliers are there in my data set or not? So there is a formula. Okay, what is the IQR here? Q3 minus
Q3 minus Q1.
12 minus 10, that is 2, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
outlier is what? It should be less than Q1 minus 1.5 times of IQR, and you have to check Q3 plus 1.5 times of IQR.
Okay.
Okay. So now let me know what is the Q1. 10
Q1 10.
minus 1.5 times of 2.
Yeah.
So 10 minus 3, that is 7.
Yeah.
Q3 is 12, right? Q3, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
12. Yes. Sir.
And what about this? Q3 plus?
Q3 12.
So Q3 is 12 plus
12.
1.5 times of 2, right?
Yes, sir.
So 12 plus 3, that is 15.
Yeah.
So is there any observation which is less than 7?
No, sir. Less than 7, 5.
5, right?
Yeah.
And is there any observation which is greater than 50?
Greater than 50, no.
No. That means there is only one outlier.
Yes.
So here 5 is outlier for this particular data.
Okay.
Okay. So this
Yes,
is something.
sir.
See, this quantity is 7, right?
Yeah.
And this quantity is 15. So
15, yes.
is there any observation which is less than this quantity? Yes. Is there any observation which is greater than this quantity? No.
No.
Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, one request, can you arrange Google Meet sessions?
Sorry?
Sir, one request, can you arrange Google Meet sessions as it happens in CT and
Yeah. Yeah, sir.
math, sir?
Week 1 to week 4, we want a revision
Doubt
session
session.
for statistics,
TA.
CT, and math.
Okay, sure, sir. So we'll conduct. No worries. Revision
Okay.
session will conduct by us also.
No, revision session. Doubt
Okay,
sessions.
Gmeet session. Okay.
Yes,
You
sir.
wanted to ask any kind of doubt there. You are not asking here.
No, sir, because time is not there. We
Okay,
cannot
no worries,
answer
no worries, no worries,
that.
no worries. We'll conduct. Don't.
I have an issue with the TS. So
Yeah.
I always try to join 10 minutes before the session starts. TS session starts at 12:30 p.m. or something like that. So they will
Your voice is
never
breaking.
accept my join request and it expires. Sir, they never accept my TA request, sir. I have emailed them also at the support portal.
Timing is 11 to 12, right?
Sir, on my calendar it shows 12:30.
No, it's 11 to 12 and 3 to 4.
So in my calendar the timings are very different. Like this open session is also for TM. So how do I fix that?
Okay. I think okay. What you can do? Just go on the course introduction section. Okay, and add again that course. Add again your student calendar. Just refresh it and do this. Okay, whether you are
Yes,
getting or not, because there are two
like
timing.
I have been able to join only like 2 or 3 TA sessions.
Okay. Okay,
I have mailed them the support and they say that you have to join like 20 and 30 minutes early, but I joined.
So there it shows TA sessions, and when we enter, nobody is there.
No, timing is 11 to 12 and 3 to 4.
It shows another timing as well. Another timing as well. 6 to 8 sometimes.
No. See, 11 to 12, 3 to 4, and 7 to 9. These three are there. I can once again. Let me show my share my screen actually. So as you can see, is my screen visible? Okay. So you can see one office hours 11 to 12, and one is 3 to 4, and one is 7 to 9. Yeah.
But nobody used to be
It's
there.
very different in our calendars.
Okay, what you can do, just go, okay, just do one thing, whether it's working or not. Just go into the course introduction, okay? Okay, are you referring the sheet, Excel sheet or a Google sheet?
Sir, sorry.
Are you referring any Google sheet? In Google sheet, timing are different actually. Okay. What you can do,
Google
just go
calendar.
just go under the general instruction and important link. And there is student academic calendar, right? Just click on it. Okay. Did you get it?
It's the same course is adding in the Google Calendar.
Okay.
It
So
says
someone
the
saying
course
in,
is
okay,
already there.
someone saying in the calendar setting, change time zone to India. Is it? It may be region. Can you check?
Yes, sir. By default, sometimes it is set to American time zone or different. It was mine too, and then I changed to India,
No.
and then I got the real time.
No, sir, it will change automatically. I didn't change my time. That Google Calendar, if we give access
Sir,
to
we join other
location,
session as well.
it will change automatically, sir.
Okay.
Where is he? May I know?
Okay, where are you? I think some. Okay, Sumit Kumar. Is it rectified for you or not?
So 1 second, sir.
Yeah. Just do. Okay, yes, Kanika. Okay,
Sir,
so
yes, sir.
what was that question?
1 second, sir. The question is, suppose we have 5 observations such that 29, 48, 30, 35, 99. Calculate the interquartile range of the data.
Okay, is there any this question is in any practice or?
So I think it was a mock. I don't know where it is from, but it
No,
might
it's
be
not
mock or graded.
No, it's not in mock. If it's in mock, then we can't discuss.
No, sir, in the previous mock, it has been submitted.
No, in week 1 and week 2 mock into question related to quartile will not be there, right? Because
it must be in the graded, I think then.
Okay, graded. One second. Let me open the graded.
It's the 6th question, I know that, but I don't know if in which of the it was.
Okay, so
Sir,
yeah. So interquartile range. Okay. Can you tell me the observations?
29, 48, 30. Okay.
One second. Let me write down the 29.
29, 48, 30, 35,
okay,
99.
Okay. So these are the observations, and you have to find out the IQR.
Interquartile range. Yes, sir.
So what is the problem?
So my problem is that I don't understand the method by which we find the percentile. And one of my question is, if we say that the second, suppose 30 is the 30th percentile value of the data is given as 30 for the, then what does that mean for the data set? What does that mean for the 5 observations?
Okay, for a small data set, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
it may be, say, suppose, okay, first, okay, let's do, okay, so do you want the solution or answer for this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are getting the different answer. That's the one problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what is the first step?
Find the Q1.
Okay, Q1.
First quartile.
Okay. First step is we have to arrange. I think
Yes, sir. Yes, arrange.
So 35,
48, 99.
19. Right? So what is
Yes.
the N? 5?
5.
To compute P1, Q1, P should be 0.25, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the NP?
1.25.
So 1.25, that means second observation?
Yes, sir.
So Q1 is what? 30?
Yes.
And N equal to 5, P is equal to 0.75 for Q3, right?
Yes.
So NP will be what? 5 into 0.75? That means 3.75. That
Yes,
means fourth observation.
Yes.
Fourth observation
35.
48.
48. Yes, sir.
Right.
18 would be
So,
IQR.
Yeah. So IQR is 80. Is that the answer?
It's the answer in the graded assignment, but when I use the percentile in the way I thought of it, If
Okay,
we
okay. Okay, that's
separated
okay. Yeah, yeah.
uh-huh.
That thing I will look into it whether it's because I'm not sure about it
Yeah,
100%.
yes, sir. So
Okay, so
also I have this doubt that if we say that the first quartile is 30, we
Hmm.
would mean that 30% of the
data.
values data are below it. But if we are given only 5 data, how can we say that 30% of the data is below it?
Okay. So how much of the data? What is the total number of this one? 5.
Yes, sir.
What is the 30th percentile of this one?
30.
1.5.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So can I say 1.5? Not 1.5.
Okay,
You can
okay.
say one observation is less than or equal to this one, right?
Oh, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Are you getting the same? Okay. Basic thing is percentile means suppose I'm saying 30th percent. Okay. So means 30% of your data set will be below this, and remaining 70% will of the data set will be above this. Okay. So 30% will be what? 1.5, right? So 1 point. Okay. What is the remaining 70% of this one? 3.5.
Yes.
Approximately 3.5. You can say okay. If I'm taking the if you're treating one, if you're taking one this one, so that means I can take 4 this one. Okay. So that means what? One observation is below this and remaining 4 are greater or equal to this. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Accordingly. Okay. Okay. The things you have told me, I will look into it. Right. Okay. I will look into it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So Sumit Kumar, can you?
Yes, sir, I did that. I changed the time zone and
Okay.
that country, but sir, it's still showing the same time, same.
No worries. Okay. So
Sir, I
can you?
think the problem is on the other side because I there was a form for the TA session and I never got the form.
Oh yeah, that might be case actually, because for the form, those who have filled the form, I think no form is circulated for everyone.
No, sir, but I never got the mail for the form.
Okay. Is there okay? So okay, so okay, I'm sharing the Gmeet link. Okay, just say okay. What you can do, just save this one somewhere. Okay, and you can join this through this email ID. Okay, and for now, okay. And one more thing, just write your this thing, email ID on chat box. Okay, so that I can talk to the support team. Okay, I have pasted the Gmeet link on the chat box. Okay, just refer this for tomorrow onwards, and rest of the things I will. Okay. And this is that one is the one Gmeet link. Okay, and this again I'm pasting another Gmeet link for 3 to 4, and the third one is the for 7 to 9.
Sir, is this for every subject or is this for stats only?
For every subject, TSS and no Gmeet link. This Gmeet link is specially for the stats one. For the other subject, it's a different. Okay. Okay. So just write your email ID on the chat box so that I can talk to the team whether what is the issue. Okay. Is there anything else, or we can wind up? It's already at 30.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, there is a photo being circulated in the students' unofficial Telegram groups where IT, even I got the mail key, my friend got the mail. Yeah, they're providing internship opportunities from big MNCs. So I thought that's a fake email ID. Do you know?
No, that's nothing from our.
Yes, sir, because actually they were actually kind of irritating us, so I left that group.
No, there is nothing any Telegram group from our
Yes,
side.
sir. Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, then thanks, guys. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Sir, is the link for TA sessions of open sessions too?
For yes, it's a link for the TSS.
Okay, sir.
For 7 to 9, it's okay. I'm pasting the Gmeet link again for 7 to 9, or you can ask to any one of the friend also.
I did that, but they are just saying that join 10 minutes early, 20 minutes. Not really useful.
No. Okay, so I have pasted all the links on the chat box. You can access it. Okay. Okay, then. Thanks, guys. Bye.